Melanie Griffith got her acting start early in television commercials and modeling. She made her big screen debut in the 1975 movie Night Moves, and continued her early career with more racy roles in movies like The Drowning Pool and The Garden. She finally had a breakout role when she played Secretary Tess McGill in the 1988 film Working Girl, which earned her an Academy Award nomination. But when you compare photos of her as the naturally pretty young woman of the 1980s and 1990s with pictures of her today, she's barely recognizable. It was only in the last few years that she has fessed up about going under the knife, and about how having bad plastic surgery has drastically changed her face. Also, in an on-set incident from her early years while filming Roar in 1977, she was mauled by a lion. The attack to her face required 50 stitches to repair, and the scars from that attack are still faintly visible. Angus T. Jones became a household name at just 9 years old when he was cast to play the kid on 2.5 Men back in 2003. However, growing up in the spotlight wasn't always easy. He announced that he had no interest in returning to the series that made him famous, which starred Jon Cryer, Charlie Sheen, and later Ashton Kutcher. This was after being baptized by the Seventh-day Adventist Church of North America. He has kept under the radar since, but now looks unrecognizable, nothing like how America remembers him. These days, the former child star is all grown up, ditching his once youthful look for a large and bushy beard and a full mustache. He has also gained weight and seems to be embracing the scruffy look. Nicolette Sheridan began her career as a fashion model before landing a role in the short-lived ABC primetime soap opera Paper Dolls in 1984. She rose to prominence on the CBS soap opera Knots Landing, for which she received 2 Soap Opera Digest Awards. She is best known as Edie Britt on the ABC television series Desperate Housewives, but now she is a long way from her young, beautiful modeling days. She has had a lot of plastic surgery as she has gotten older, such as a facelift, facial and lip fillers, and a chin implant too. Her nose is also slimmer than it was in her Knots Landing days. Her face has been the topic of conversation on various plastic surgery forums because she looks so shockingly different from what we remember. Helen Hunt rose to fame in 1992 as Jamie Buckman in the sitcom Mad About You. She then had a string of hit movies in Twister, As Good as It Gets, and Castaway, just to name a few. She has always been a natural beauty, but as she has gotten older, she is refusing to conform to Hollywood standards. The 60-year-old actress is choosing to embrace aging, and she doesn't want to change her face with Botox and fillers. After revealing that she was miserable while dieting, she shared that she decided to give up on having the perfect body. She also prioritizes her comfort by being laid back over a high-maintenance lifestyle. She says self-love is the path to happiness because our body keeps us going, and it is a miracle that needs to be cherished to the fullest. Jonathan Taylor Thomas started working as a model for print advertisements in Sacramento, and over the next few years he appeared in TV commercials for Kellogg's cereal, Mattel toys, and for many other products. In 1990, he landed his biggest role yet, as Randy Taylor on Home Improvement. He began working in movies as the voice of young Simba in Disney's The Lion King, and as Ben Archer in Man of the House opposite Chevy Chase. Among his other movies are Tom and Huck, Wild America, and I'll Be Home for Christmas. He was pretty much everywhere in the 1990s, but he decided to step away from the spotlight after Home Improvement ended. He was photographed while walking his dogs in Hollywood, and his appearance was not the clean-shaven heartthrob we were used to. He now looks more scruffy with longer hair and a beard. He also has gained some weight, and it's apparent that he doesn't really care what people think, and probably just wants to be left alone. We all know Christina Applegate when she gained fame for starring as Kelly Bundy in Married with Children. She has also had major roles in several films, including Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, The Sweetest Thing, and both of the Anchorman movies. She has always played the sexy bombshell in almost all of her TV and movie roles. She was also named one of People magazine's most beautiful in their annual issue. But in 2008, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, ultimately undergoing a double mastectomy. Nearly a decade later, she also had her ovaries and fallopian tubes removed. She just recently announced her latest health challenge, that she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. All of these health problems have taken a toll on her appearance. She is using a cane to help her move around. She has difficulty sleeping, and some days it's hard for her to even get out of bed. Her looks are probably the last thing she is thinking about as she fights MS day to day. Devon Sawa began acting when he was a teenager and appeared in several films in the 1990s, including Casper, Now and Then, Idle Hands, and Final Destination. His performance in Casper remains the object of googly-eyed affection to a sizable portion of 90s kids, and he cemented his place among Hollywood teen heartthrobs for that time period. But in the late 2000s, his career was slowing down, and he was drinking and partying a bit too much, so he took a break from acting so he could get sober. Now he is 44 years old, and he looks quite different from all the roles we remember him from. With a rugged new look, he has returned to Hollywood, and he has worked on the sci-fi series Chucky, and recently showed up in the HBO comedy Hacks. Demi Moore gained recognition in the 1980s as a member of the Brat Pack, with roles in Blame It on Rio, St. Elmo's Fire, and About Last Night. In the 90s, her roles in Ghost, A Few Good Men, Indecent Proposal, and Disclosure cemented her place in Hollywood. She became the highest paid actress in film history when she received $12.5 million to star in the movie Striptease. But she has been extremely candid about the intimate personal problems she has dealt with behind the scenes, growing up in a dysfunctional household with substance-abusing parents, sexual trauma, her own addiction to alcohol and cocaine, and her troubled and codependent marriages. After relapsing in 2012, she is now sober, but at 60 years old, she looks a lot different than she did when she was a member of the Brat Pack. She has gone overboard to preserve her youthful appearance, with fillers in her cheeks and lips to the point of it looking unnatural. It seems she has also had a facelift, and her face and neck are much smoother, which is probably a combination of micro-Botox and radiofrequency for skin tightening. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and maybe even consider supporting the channel over on Patreon. If you enjoyed this video, consider watching this playlist, and then visit the channel to search the Recollection Road Library. As always, thank you so much for watching.